It was kind of crazy to watch the downfall of Ellen DeGeneres because I remember watching her and like everybody loved her. It's probably the biggest fall off that we've seen for like a celebrity in terms of their public favor that I've probably ever seen. Show was massive. Yeah, everybody watched the show.
Ellen's trying to make a comeback with her new stand-up special, although its reviews have mostly been terrible.
Unfunny.
She spends most of the
that's not her fault. It's because she's a woman. Yeah, it's not her problem. Oh, come on. Come on, you can't blame that on her.
Responding to her being kicked out of showbiz, which began when someone posted just one single tweet. Right now, we all need a little kindness. You know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean. The tweet posted in March 2020 received bad enough replies to begin Ellen's downfall.
What?
I worked at Real Food Daily, served her and Portia a brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish, not that it was on her plate, but just that it was on my hand. I worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morn. Almost got me fired. The nail
I'm the kind of person that's so fucking insane, I don't even believe it. What the fuck is Portia? That's like her wife or something like that. Karen, how do we know it's true? Yeah, how do we know it's true?
The person who wrote it went on Inside Edition.
This former waitress claims she was threatened with a 2-week suspension after Ellen DeGeneres complained about, of all things, her chipped fingernail polish.
I remember just being like, really?
But the stories shared back on Twitter were only getting worse.
What?
I once worked at Warner Brothers. One day I was in the elevator and Ellen and her entourage came in. Naturally, I held it for her and asked her what floor she was getting on. Her assistant answered 3rd floor. 30 minutes later, I got a call from my boss saying I was fired because I was harassing her.
What? Like, what the fuck?
An old friend worked on her a lot and smiled and said good afternoon to her one day and she became unhinged. Who do you think you are? You don't look at me, yada yada. She said Portia was with her and seemed embarrassed and tried to calm her down. Has forever changed my opinion of her. The response—
Dude, am I the only person that's like, I hear this and I'm like, you know, citation please? How do we even know this is true?
Went on and on and on, all of which being compared to Ellen's classic catchphrase.
I always end each show by saying be kind to one another.
Audience member Dana DiMatteo then went public with her degrading experience on the show.
They tell you, you know, you can't be smarter, funnier than Ellen. She's the comedian and the star, not you.
Don't be funnier than Ellen. That's gonna be hard considering she's not that funny to begin with.
Yeah.
If you've been a comedian your whole life and you're afraid a random audience member will upstage you, maybe you're just not funny. Dana then revealed that Ellen's completely different when the cameras turn off.
How does the Ellen we see on TV compare to the Ellen you saw when the cameras stopped rolling?
Totally different. She would only speak to the audience when the cameras were rolling. As soon as they
What the fuck?
turn the cameras off, she would not even acknowledge the audience. She would just sit on the couch, basically.
Which was supported by Hedda Muscat, one of the show's former producers.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar. That's what she
Oh, shit.
One of the show's former producers.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar. That's what she is.
She agreed that things were different when the cameras weren't rolling.
We were told from the very beginning, don't talk to Ellen, don't do this, you can't, you know, go into her office. It was very nerve-wracking, very stressful. We all walked on eggshells all the time.
And after the show's DJ also said—
Wait. So, okay, I'm going to be honest. At the beginning, I was like, oh, yeah, there's a Twitter comment that said that she was mean to you. Oh, wow, she's so terrible. Let's cancel her. But, like, these are actual people that worked with her. It's not true there. I've been in the audience twice, and she's always talked to the audience.
the same, BuzzFeed launched their own investigation, interviewing a further 11 former employees. They were fired after taking medical leave or bereavement days to attend family funerals. One employee who claimed she was fed up with comments about her race essentially walked off the job.
Wait, what?
Others said they were also instructed by their direct managers to not speak to DeGeneres if they saw her around the office. After the accusations went viral,
oh my god. A random Twitch chatter went on Ellen. Sure, bro. Must have went with your wife. Yeah, that's how we know he's lying, right?
issued a statement within the company. Hey everybody, it's Ellen. On day one of our show, I told everyone in our first meeting that the Ellen DeGeneres show would be a place of happiness. No one would ever raise their voice, and everyone would be treated with respect. Obviously something changed, and I'm disappointed to learn that this has not been the case. And for that, I'm sorry. Anyone who knows me knows it's the opposite of what I believed and what I hoped for our show, yet Ellen's former producer certainly didn't buy it.
So when Ellen says she's not aware of this environment, you don't think that rings true?
It's a lie.
Ellen then took a 2-month break and began a brand new season.
You never take a break. That's what she... See? This is the thing. She should have learned from YouTubers. You never take a fucking break, because then people stop thinking about you. Like, it doesn't matter. Any drama, like, oh, wow, it was discovered that you killed somebody? Oh, yeah, okay, well, I'm going live later on today, so I'll deal with that later. Doesn't matter. Never stop making content.
By addressing the public.
As you may have heard, this summer there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that
well, she's kind of admitting it too, and that's also kind of different. Like, I mean, she's not saying it's bullshit or whatever. She's saying it happened. It took a 2-week break. Yeah, that wasn't my decision, though, was it?
Seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
She'd then make the promise.
And I am committed to making this the best season that we have ever had.
Although the ratings said the opposite.
Ooh, not so... Wow, look at that red dot. That's a really bad... Ooh, bad. Ooh, real bad. Not good at all.
Because only 6 months later, the New York Times published, Ellen DeGeneres loses 1 million viewers after apologies for toxic workplace. It explained that Ellen had...
you never apologize unless you're sorry. Never fucking apologize. I have said some of the most batshit crazy stuff, and do you want to know why I never apologized for it? You did, though? Yeah, because I thought I was wrong, right? Oh, no, I've apologized for things in the past if I think that I'm wrong. But if I don't think that I'm wrong, you're never getting a fucking apology. Never apologize, never. Yep, that's right. Chat's not listening? No, they just... As I said, there's nothing that's more compelling to a retard on the internet than to misunderstand two things and pretend that they're the same. That is like porn to people on the internet. Speak up, never apologize. The Uperville video of Mr. Beast, yeah. Redditors never listen because they want to be... They dumb people want nothing more than to be smart.
Been averaging 1.5 million viewers over the last 6 months, down from 2.6 million in the same period last year. The show's loss of more than 1 million viewers, 2.6...
This only had 1 million viewers. It's only at... Is this live viewers or is this like total views? Because like that's like one YouTube video.
Million in the same period last year. The show's loss of more than 1 million viewers translates to a 43% decline, representing a steeper drop than any of its competitors. As a result, Ellen made the announcement.
I am announcing that next season, season 19, is going to be my last season.
Ooh, 19 season, holy shit.
The Hollywood Reporter. As great as this show is, and as fun as it is, it's just not a challenge anymore. I need something new to challenge me, with her being exposed also clearly having an impact. She'd state the expose destroyed me, honestly. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. And it makes me really sad that there's so much joy out there from negativity.
Oh, what a bunch of horse shit. You're just sitting there, you mad because you're getting called out. You're just getting mad because you called out. What is it? Why has she got to? Yeah, what is this? It's too easy. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Culture now where there are just mean people.
Yeah.
And it's so foreign to me that people get joy out of that.
That's why people fucking hate somebody like this, is because, like, you talking about mean people, you the biggest bitch there is. If this stuff is true, you a massive bitch. Like, you're gonna talk about, oh wow, it's so bad that, like, people want to say that I'm mean. Well, what about the fact that you are mean? It's like the people criticizing her for being a bitch are worse than her when she's being a bitch. What are we talking about? It's just, I had no idea. Yes. She was getting joy out of being mean. Oh, that's a good point.
These mean people responded, stating, even without the controversy, the show hasn't been fun and genuine for years. It may have never been, but at least it seemed like it. But Ellen is tired of it all, and she's lousy at hiding it now.
Yeah.
No more dancing by her, no monologue half the time, bad jokes that are dragged out way too long.
Y'all know this shit happens with streamers too. Like, you ever have a streamer that, like, you know, they just decide that, like, from now on, they're just gonna phone it in? They just stop putting in effort. They stop putting in work. They're just over it. Yeah, exactly. Being lazy. Quinn, Summit, DSP, Soda, Payo, Ninja, HoloLive, Dizzy, Grayson, XQC, Squeaks, Aiden, Nick. Oh man, like there's a man, bro. Like, that's bad. Everybody getting lazy, huh? Oh, that's fucked up.
Tons of old show clips, tons of self-promotion, and a guest host every
Asmongold,
Friday.
yeah, true.
These elements led to an average final season, which Ellen concluded by crying with her audience.
Oh, God.
She then mentioned the possibility of returning to acting, but instead made a documentary titled Saving the Gorillas: Ellen's Next Adventure. It released in 2023, but with only 100 reviews on IMDb, and this likely being the first time you've heard of it, it's safe to say it performed pretty poorly.
I've never heard of that. I didn't even know this happened.
Ellen rather went back to living a quiet life until April 2024, when she'd make a new announcement. You may have heard that I'm doing stand-up again. If you wanna come see me, I'll be sharing some news tomorrow at noon. As suggested, she'd announce a stand-up tour to be recorded and posted by Netflix, also adding, yes, I'm going to talk about it, referring to her being cancelled.
That's so fucking dumb. So cringe, bro. Like, do you know what I did after I got banned? I just immediately kept doing what I was doing before I was banned. But maybe a bit better. Hopefully a bit better. That's it. Yeah, it's easy. You just come back and do the same thing. Clean your room? I did.
For your approval, the special begins with Ellen walking up a flight of stairs, each referencing a headline that ruined her reputation. She acknowledges the tweet that started her downfall, as well as the employees who spoke out against her, then begins the actual show with a joke about her fall from grace.
You know, I used to say that I didn't care what other people thought of me, and I realize now, looking back, I said that at the height of my popularity.
Yeah.
I'm here because I love doing stand-up, I miss doing stand-up, and I like making people happy, and I do care what people think.
Now,
I really, look, and I know George Carlin did this, and he's the GOAT, and Dave Chappelle does this, and he's the current GOAT. But I really hate when comedians go up there and just talk. I do. I find it so fucking annoying. It's like, you know who was really bad on that? That like would really annoy the fuck out of me about that? Who's the fat bald guy? The fat bald guy. Who's the fat bald? Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, Louis C.K. There it is. Right. Yeah.
This is a pretty respectable angle, as it feels extremely honest. Yet it also seems like a sneaky request for pity, which as a high-profile celebrity you'll simply never get.
Yeah.
She then talks about what she's been up to.
All right, well, let me catch up on what's been going on with me since you saw me last. Oh yeah, I got kicked out of show business.
Then makes some pretty funny jokes about her new reputation.
Everybody heard that I was mean. Everywhere I go, I know everyone's heard that I'm mean. I know when I walk into a restaurant, people are watching, waiting to see if I'll be mean. Oh, look, she's reaching for butter.
It's kind of clever. Okay.
She was gonna hit somebody.
It's kind of funny.
On the contrary, there are some pretty out-of-touch segments. For example, her joking about her car features, which you'd clearly only find in a luxury vehicle.
Then there's that one, that button that inflates the back of the seat. You know, the one that makes you feel like you're getting spooned by a pregnant woman.
Who the fuck would want that? I don't want that. Y'all have that in your car? I didn't even know this, but my car has heated seats. Like, I didn't know, like, you could connect your phone to your car. Did you all know that? That's crazy. Wow, you can drive? I've been driving ever since I was 17. Yeah. That's another thing. That's great. Yeah, like because I went from a 2001 Mustang to a 2024 Mercedes. It's like you put a caveman in a house. Like half of the buttons on that fucking car, I don't. I'm gonna touch that shit.
She also makes this out-of-touch joke.
We're all interested in different things. We're all good at different things. I was talking to someone the other day, and they said, Ellen, I don't know how you get on stage in front of people. I could never do that. And I said, well, I don't know how you dry clean clothes.
But
I guess that's okay. Like, I mean, I think that almost all comedy, if Trump had said that, everybody would love it. I'm going to be honest. Almost all, like, I feel like most issues with comedy isn't the joke, it's the messenger. That's it. It's satire, videos. Yeah, it's just dumb. It's the delivery, the charisma of it. Yeah. Now chat's agreeing. I think so. Also, how you say it, it is. Tone deaf, has to be relatable, I guess. I don't even think it needs to be relatable. I think that there's plenty of people that are totally unrelatable, but they're fucking hilarious. That's not the problem at all.
As an overall, the special isn't terrible. Its audience rating of 5.4 stars.
5 is not good. Like, if I got a 54 on a test, my dad would be mad. He'd be pissed. He'd say, what are you doing? Yeah, that's an IGN 7. Yeah, true.
Feels fairly accurate, although as you might expect, simply because it's Ellen, the articles written about it have been pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres' unfunny Netflix special leaves so much unsaid. Ellen DeGeneres lets herself off the hook in self-indulgent Netflix special.
So, like, I hate people that do that. It's so weird, bro. Like, yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres is unapologetic, unrelatable, and totally insufferable in her new Netflix special. They'd write, the problem with For Your Approval, aside from the fact that it's almost never funny, is that it feels so disingenuous, so calculated to rehabilitate an image and preserve that triumph for prosperity. Another
Abso-fucking-lutely, by the way. Like, I hate when people try to do that. It's so obvious. Why can't you just finish the video instead of constantly pausing? It's only like 10 minutes long. Because I don't like you and I want to make your life worse. I like the idea that you're unhappy and that makes me happy. So, thank you. Anyway, it's totally fucking fake. The entire way that she's acting and everything about her is completely fucking fake. It's calculated to and it's the problem is that it's fake in a way that's not entertaining. That's the big issue.
Other articles stated it's one of the weirdest stand-up shows in recent memory. Half observational punchlines, half closing argument in a trial, featuring DeGeneres as her own defense attorney. Neither half works on its own. Taken as a whole, it's an exhausting mess.
Jesus, bro, like, it's just so fucking cringe. Like, if you want people to like you, you know what the best apology is? Is better content. You think people are they don't like, oh, we don't like you anymore. Well, just do better. It's like everybody is like, oh, I don't know why my stream isn't doing well. Nobody's watching my videos. Oh, no. Well, maybe because they suck. Maybe because you're fucking boring. Maybe because you're shit. Your topics are boring, the gameplay sucks, and nobody cares. So how about, stop trying to externalize the problem. Look at yourself. You suck. They don't suck. Maybe they suck too, but you also suck. You look at yourself. Never found her funny? I mean, now it's like, yeah, it's just how it is.
They'd also add self-awareness is different from taking responsibility. Yep. DeGeneres offers no apologies or even explanations for her behavior, yet in other more favorable reviews, unapologetic was used as a positive. I like the fact that she's rather unapologetic. It's highly refreshing and honest. This extreme divide can be seen by the audience reviews on Google. There's almost an equal amount of 1 and 5-star ratings, a sad representation of the black and white thinking that plagues the internet so heavily today.
Yeah, people are just dumb as fuck, man. Like, that's always what they do. That they just want to think about it in one direction and that's it, because they don't want to have to use their fucking brain. She's been full of herself ever since she came out with her sitcom. I'm up for listening. Yeah, it's just so fucking annoying, man. She couldn't even pay people 50 people with 5 stars. The fact that Ellen's blaming the U.S. for electing Trump to moving to the U.K. She's moving to the U.K. because of Trump? Damn, bro, that sucks for the UK. Man, they've already got an immigrant problem. She just trying to make it worse? Damn, that sucks, bro. Like, they're getting recolonized. Not the Diddy list. You think that's the reason why? She moved because of the Diddy list, her and Tom Hanks? I don't know about that, man. Yeah, we don't want her. Why, you know what I always find to be funny is that all these people that like to complain about like this racism and stuff like this, they always like to move to the other countries that are, you know, the same countries that are criticizing the people that are from the countries that they think it's racist. Why don't you ever go to those places that you keep defending? I wonder why. Why is that? Ooh, James Corden. People didn't like James Corden because he's fat. That's the reason. Who are your 3 favorite comedians right now? I would say, like, I'm not deep in it, right? Like, I'm not deep in it in any capacity, like, at all. Like, yeah, I really can't say. So, I don't know. Bill Burr would definitely be up there. I would say probably Dave Chappelle. I'd say Dave Chappelle would be my number 1. If I had to say, it'd probably be, yeah, Dave Chappelle would be my number 1. Shane Gillis. I haven't really watched a lot of his shit, honestly. I've like seen a few things, but that was it. But yeah, Gabriel Iglesias is the perfect example of a comedian that can just talk and be funny. Oh yeah, I remember me and my dad were talking about that. Like, we were like, he's so good. I love him. And we were talking about like how he's just sitting there talking, telling a story, but it's compelling and the way he speaks is just entertaining, and people just stick around with it. Fluffies and make yeah, right. I think he's so good. And the reason why is he's so genuine and likable, right? And I think that's why Ellen DeGeneres didn't work. It's that basically when you have the image of being like this super nice, wholesome person, that is like such an easy image to crack. Like, there is so many ways that can go absolutely fucking wrong. And I think with her, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, she's not likable. Yeah, exactly. She's just not likable. That's what it is. More like Ellen, disingenuous. Yeah, true. One bad day. I saw a local comedy club before he got popular. It was an amazing show. Yeah, sure. We've seen this with Mr. Beast. People do not like extremely kind people. Well, the reason why they don't like really nice people is because 9 times out of 10, it's fake. And so you have people that aren't nice that get really annoyed by it because they're like, oh my God, this is making me feel like a loser. And so it's like somebody has to figure out, like, this is why everybody tries to, like, justify why, like, oh, well, they're giving to charity? Yeah, for a tax write-off. Or like, oh, they're doing this? Yeah, for attention. The reason why they're doing that is because these are people that are professional loser dick suckers that spend their whole life complaining about shit on the internet and constructing a perfect reality that has left them the only thing that they could possibly do is live at their mom's house, not have a job, order McDonald's on DoorDash every day, and jack off to animals that aren't real. That's the only thing that society has allowed them to do. And they've constructed a world where that's all they can do. That's it. Moderate, yeah, and be a Discord moderator. How do I know? Because that's just the way it is. And so this is the reason why people like to shit on celebrities. Now, Ellen DeGeneres, fucking bitch, shitty stand-up, who cares? But there's plenty of people out there that are not that shitty, and they still get shit on. It's because people hate being reminded that they ain't doing shit with their life. They ain't doing a fucking thing. I think Keanu Reeves has done quite well, though. You want to know why Keanu Reeves does really well? It's because he's not faking it. He's just a nice guy. He's an average nice guy. He's humble, you know, normal, great actor. And it's John Wick. That's another really big component to Keanu Reeves. He's always making movies. So you always, and he's good in the movies. People like him. That's the reason. You keep cooking. And people are going to like you. Talk less, people won't know. Yeah, exactly. I came to a couple's wedding in UK because they met him in a pub and they asked him. Yeah, I think that people like the idea of celebrities and people in like big positions like that just act normal, because I think that people don't like the ivory tower shit. That's what it is.